We are going to be ranking every single Marvel Rivals character in one video in this tier list. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment down below on what other tier list you want to see, because this is going to be a ranking of just overall how I feel about this character. If you want to make a tier list video on like their ultimate ability or whatever, then leave a comment down below on what you want that to be. But this ranking is based on my personal opinion and how I just think they are as a character in the game of Marvel Rivals. We're going to be working through this in order from left to right. So yeah, let me know how you feel about it and let's get into it. If you think I've made any drastic decisions, then you can cook me in the comments, but I'm going to be explaining each one. So I've been, rambling on now for a bit too long. A very bit too long. So the first one is the Hulk. So for me, don't know. Obviously, I can move these around. This isn't set in place. D. Let's think about the rankings. D is like, I think they're trash. S is like they are an S tier character, especially when like they're used by like someone really good. Even though someone really good can pretty much use every character, but like they're an S tier character. The Hulk, sometimes you can have like really good Hulks on your team, but it is so rare, and so many of them don't use him to like his best abilities. If it's like a really good tank, like a dive, Vanguard dive tank character, he could have been like what Winston was to Overwatch. Hulk could have been him, but maybe even better. Hulk, I'm gonna leave him in C, personally. C. Venom. I think Venom is an A-class character, and I don't want you to think that I'm making these rankings on the characters that I play, or the characters that I feel are, the ones that I'm better with. I don't really use Venom whatsoever, but Venom is a dive tank character, and he is so good, and like the way his movement is incredible. And his just ability to get to the back line, and he can escape so many ultimates as well. Just like I'm saying, with his movement, I really rate Venom. And if you have a good Venom player on your team, you can really disrupt the enemy team, especially in Convergent. I can't remember the name of the game mode, but when you're just moving the payload, you could have the enemy team that's like wiped a few of your players out and they're moving up. But if you have a Venom that's just swinging to the backlines, diving on the backline onto the actual payload, where there's usually just to support healers, maybe one, maybe two, depending on how far pushed up people are, then they can really get in there and cause some damage, cause some destruction. Because if they take out one healer, if they can take out both, people have got to retreat. To take out one, they're still going to come back, but then that's delaying it, getting another one in to get his teammates there. And I just think Venom is a really good character. He's not an S for me, just because I feel like his ultimate is good, but it's not amazing. But yeah, I think definitely an A. And I feel like he's in A just because it just came out. I don't think he deserves to be an S yet, but he could be one day. Magneto. I think Magneto is also an A, which might be a hot take for quite a few people, but Magneto is such a good character if you can really get to grips with honing in on all his abilities. And just before we go any further, I'm not going to be talking about I will be talking about team-up abilities, but I'm not going to be solely ranking just based on team-up abilities. I'm going to be doing a whole separate video on the team-up abilities in like a ranking video. So Magneto gets to become A because he's got the shield, his abilities, his ult is really good as well, especially with the damage you can get in. You can easily take out a support character and drop and start putting in more damage. But also his team ability with Scarlet Witch is phenomenal. The damage you get is ridiculous. You can just be wiping them out. Yeah, for me, Magneto is definitely an A-class character. He's got the shield, he's got the power, he's got the abilities. He can shield, he can bubble shield himself and his teammates. Yeah, Magneto definitely deserves to be an A. It looks like, by the way, this is ranking in Vanguards into support. But let's move on to Groot. I think Groot is a solid B character. You can have some Groots where they're top of A. Don't think I've ever played with a Groot that's an A, but I've probably played with a Magneto that can be in A. I'm not saying myself, but I've done quite well. But yeah, with Groot, you've got his walls. His ultimate is good as well because you can just trap people in close, just put in the damage. Got quite a decent range with his attacks as well. And I think Groot, he can be a solid, just a solid Vanguard character. You can have Jeff that jumps in him now, ride him, sorry, along with Rocket, so they just take less damage. Yeah, and I think he's a good, solid B character, Groot. And yeah, I think that's fair enough. I would say personally. Doctor Strange. I'm gonna put Doctor Strange B for now. We'll see where these characters rank at the end of everything. To be honest, Doctor Strange, you've got his portals, you've got his shield. His ultimate can be really good as well. Let's talk about his shield. His shield lasts a good amount of time. It lasts longer than Magneto because it's like a full-on click shield, like Reinhardt from Overwatch. Whereas Magneto's it's just an ability that lasts 2 seconds. You've got his ult, which the teleport, really good can be really good at any time in the game, especially during like straight away in the beginning of the game to get on like the front foot. A lot of enemies will be set up and you just come in behind them. If you can wipe them out, you're pretty much just gonna steamroll them. So he's good for that ability, and I feel like some of his powers have been quite good. I've been playing against quite a good few Doctor Strangers who aren't afraid to get in like into the actual violence, you would say, and get some kills. So I think Doctor Strange is solid for B, and like I was saying, his ultimate, when utilized correctly, to time it and then use someone else's ult, you can literally wipe out teams, and you can use it if you try to stop teams getting to the during an overtime. You can just delay everything and just nice and easily close out the game. So I think Doctor Strange is top of B. I don't know, he could be A as well, personally. I'm not going to lie to you. Moving on to Peni Parker. I think Peni Parker is a B. It's for sure a B. She's got really good abilities, like abilities that, can just, like she shoots out and can just stop. She can pretty much stop like any ultimate from happening, which is insane if you really think about it. She has been, I'd say, buffed as well, so I think she definitely deserves to be in B because she can kind of hold her own. I still don't think she's exceptional to be in A personally, but yeah, I think B is good. You got the Spider-Mans as well. People don't really look out to that to destroy it in like the lower ranks, even in gold as well. But people are getting better. But I think she deserves to be B, especially with the being able to with her movement as well. Also, is also quite good. But yeah, I think B's fine. And I think lastly we've got Thor, and I would say. See, the thing about Thor is, if you're a good Thor, you can make a whole lot of impact. You've got his ability to spin in to the opponent and stun them back. His main ability when he's got free Thors, this free Thor symbol available is really good. He can put out a lot of damage, like with his lightning attack. Team up with Storm can be useful as well. I just don't think he's amazing, to be honest. I don't know. He's good, but I don't think he's amazing. And I think B is where he deserves to be. Honestly, my first thought was to put him in C, just because how many Thors do you come across that win you the game, or do their job to like an amazing standard where they're like middle of the pack, but you won the game still because of him, not because of like the amount of kills or assists he has. Like he played that impact, and I just don't think his abilities deserve to be there. Like deserve to be up here. Yet, it may come to show where he does deserve to be in A, like right at the top. But I'd say for now, I'm happy to put him in B. I do like to use him, but I think for now B is acceptable. Let me know in the comments. I feel like people are going to have a very different opinion on that from just using him as a new character and really liking him. But I think personally he should be in B. Scarlet Witch. I think Scarlet Witch is a very, very solid duelist. There's the argument for her to be S. One of the downsides I would say is how easily her ultimate can be countered. She's just floating in the air and you can easily pick her out. I would say getting a good solid ult off went from being like a 6, 7 out of 10 to probably like a 2, 3 out of 10. There's a lot of people that don't use Scarlet Witch well, and I think she's just a little bit more vulnerable than you would. However, I still think she's a very solid like A-tiered character, and her team ability with Magneto is second to none. So I think she deserves to be there. She's got a shift ability where she can get out. She has 2 of them. Just her right click of firing at people, and her left click of just sucking out just draining people's health is really good. And especially her ball as well, where it's like, it will stop people and cause a little bit of damage. These definitely deserve to be A, in my opinion. Moving on, we've got Black Panther. I think Black Panther is good. He is B. Personally, he is B. Can be A, but I think B. I think B is where I would put him. I mean, some of the combos that you can get with him though are just unreal. If you have a good Black Panther character in your game, they can win you the game. So I feel like that's the only reason in my head why. No, I think I'll leave him in B. I'll stick to what I thought, and I'll leave him in B. Like I said, maybe I'll put him towards the top of B because of his movement, his comboing, where it's like if you hit someone, you can immediately then do like the dash again. He's got the right click, and his ult can be good as well once comboed. So I think B is fine for him. Magik, I'd say at the moment, Magik is like an A kid character. Magik is just destroying. I think in recent times, the amount of Magic characters, the amount of players you can come up with Magic is really good. Just shows you why I guess she deserves to be an A. Just all of her abilities, she's really good, and yeah, she's very powerful as well, I would say. I don't have a lot of experience using Magik, but from playing against her, she is crazy. Some Magics aren't the best, but the way that when she can carry out attacks and teleport in, it just really throws people off. So yeah, and then her Dark Child ultimate, solid as well, very solid. Hela, I definitely think Hela can be S tier just because of the straight power she puts out. I don't know, it's a real tough one. I might just whack it down into A. But she does dominate in S. I'll leave her in A for now. I'll put her top of A. I'll put her at the top of A for now. But let me explain. Her standard ability is the amount of power you can get with her. I feel like there's barely any drop off. Her ability to flying out of the way is amazing. Her ultimate can be really good at times as well. Yeah, I just think she's just a really powerful character. So yeah, we'll leave her at A for now, and I'll decide if I want to move her up to S, if I really think it's justified. Iron Man, I think Iron Man deserves to be top of B. You could even argument for bottom of A at the moment, because since the closed alpha, his shift ability to fly has been increased. Like his speed is so much faster now, it suits him. Like it's so good, and I feel like his power's been increased. You come up against a good Iron Man, you're playing against them, especially if you don't have anyone that can get them out of the sky easy, because they'll just make your whole game a nightmare. But I definitely think that Iron Man deserves to be top of B. We'll discuss putting him at the bottom of A. Yeah, just everything about him at the moment is really good, but we'll leave him at B for now. Luna, I'll put Luna in A. I think she deserves to be in A. She's obviously like a lot of high tier gameplay, good heals, and her ultimate is just, you know, it's just constant heals that whole time. It's like having a Zenyatta from Overwatch, where it's like a transcendence where it's just you can't get killed during that time. I think that's such a vital ultimate. It's so good for countering ults, and it's really good for using against enemies as well. So yeah, Luna deserves to be in A, 100%. Punisher. I mean, I think Punisher's really good as well. It's tough because Punisher, he has, you know, his guns. He's so good for hit scan and putting in damage. His turret is amazing. His grapple to get to different spots and just being able to get those different angles. He's really good against, obviously, you know, like Storm, Iron Man. Who else am I thinking about? Star-Lord, possibly Spider-Man up close as well, the shotgun to the face. And speaking of a shotgun, it is just so powerful. So I feel like that's why he deserves to be an A. He is really good. Did I miss anything else from him? Right click smoke as well. It gives you a little bit of a boost back if you use them a lot. It's good to just like get out of the way a little bit. So yeah, it definitely deserves. Star-Lord. Star-Lord's good. But is he a B tier character? I don't come up against many Star-Lords where I think, oh yeah, they changed the game. Like they were amazing. His ult's pretty good. He just I feel like he gets destroyed out of the sky during most of his ults. He's got good movement as well. But is he a B class character? No. He's easy to use. Maybe people would rank him higher because they can use him and they're familiar with him. But yeah, I mean, I don't think he's all that, to be honest. I do enjoy using him, but he's not. I don't think he's amazing. He's not like on this tier level, personally. So I think I'll leave him there for now. Spider-Man. I think I'm going to have to put Spider-Man in S tier. I don't play Spider-Man often, but when you're playing against a good Spider-Man, he is unreal. Like, it's so hard to kill him. He's good in the air. His movement to get out. He can be just perched on any building. His ultimate is like, it's so good. You have like a little bit of like, don't know, like immunity when you use it. It's like if you played Overwatch, just like a Reaper ultimate. It's like spinning around, just killing anything in his like, you know, in his close proximity surroundings, just putting out damage, and it's so good. And he's just the overall character of Spider-Man. He's a hard character to like master, but he is. If you mastered him, he is like he's so good. It's like an invincible character. Like I said, if you've used your abilities and you're running away, or like you're dropped on the ground, you can get caught by like a Punisher shotgun. You can get caught by like a Hela like one tap, but it's not as often as you'd get caught out like you would with these other characters. And he's good on the front line, he's good in the air, and he's good in the back line. So I think personally Spider-Man deserves S tier. The only other S tier character, which is going to be a hot take for me, is Storm. Now hear me out. I think Storm is an S tier character because her ultimate is really, really good. Like, I think it's amazing. It can be so powerful, and the fact that you can call it in, you don't have to be like right there. You can call it in, move to where you want to get it, to choose like the right character, wait for them to move, to then attack them. You usually get at least 2 kills, 3 kills. It can be on average, depending on how good you are with her. Her normal abilities, like just her left click or just shooting, is powerful. Her right click is really good as well, adding an extra like lightning bolt damage. But then the thing that makes her S tier is her like shift abilities. The fact she has the wind ability to make her own movement faster to get out, like hide. But the fact that it can assist the whole team in their movement, like straight from the get-go to get to the payload, or get around anywhere, get away from any ult, or just constantly having that movement boost to just be better than your opponents. Or the other shift, which is increasing their damage, which is crazy. I'm putting out so many gameplays where I'm getting a high number of kills, like 37, 38 kills in the game, but also getting the same amount of assists because it's really helping out my teammates. And then the ability with the increase in damage, once you press like your E ability, and it just has the lightning coming down for a few seconds. If you're in that perimeter, the enemies are getting hit just like constantly. It also hits anyone in the air. And I think Storm is the all-round, like, such a amazing duelist, but the fact that he's amazing for the team as well. So I think Storm deserves to be an S. Moving on to Loki, I rate Loki highly. I think Loki deserves to be top of B, easy. And the reason for that is, I mean, I would even make the argument that he can be an A. To be honest, I'll leave him an A for now. But you can have like 3 versions of them where you're shooting, all your like copies will shoot. You can dash to get out of the way, and like create another copy behind you. You can switch to any of your other versions. Like if you're losing health, you can switch to another one. His ultimate means you can take anyone else's ultimate and you pretty much get it instantly. So to use against your teammates, like I said, getting a Storm, you easily pick up a few kills. Punisher, the same. A Luna, if you want to protect your teammates, he's just good for anything. And I think he's like such a smart character to use. And if you can really, like I said, master him, he is such a good support player to have. I rate Loki very highly. So yeah, I think he deserves to be there. Rocket going A as well. Yeah, I think so. Rocket, you can use his gun, and that puts out a lot of damage as well. His constant right click to the bubbles to heal your teammates is solid as well, because it can just be bouncing around. You might not use it at first, but then you can use it and you get in the heals. His pair up with Punisher can be good. His ability that you can throw down to revive someone like closer to them, like once they die they can spawn in like close as well. I think that's really good. Yeah, and his ultimate ability where you put it down, it gives like an increased boost to everyone. I think that's a really helpful, useful ability. And he's got a little jetpack as well, so he's got like the additional movement. So I think Rocket deserves to be an A. Another good support. I think they're the only supports that do deserve to be in A though, just based off personal preference. So moving on to the next one, we've got Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock's good. He is good if you're good with him. I played with quite a few Adam Warlocks now that just don't know how to use him. People calling in like the ults at the wrong time, or just not staying alive. One of the main things about Adam Warlock is his ultimate, of being able to get that res, of being able to revive your whole team if they die, like if they're in the proximity of the ult. However, there's so many people that just don't stay alive, or just don't get the timing right to use his ultimate, and that is one of the downsides of him. He's got like a good heal, but it's his E and his shift, but he can't use it consistently because it has like a cooldown, and his left click and his right click can do good damage. But I think, and like, you know, with the shift, it's like a chained heal, so it can heal multiple people at once. But I think for now he deserves to be in B. I don't think he's an A tier character, and I don't think he's a C tier character either. Namor. I'm going to put Namor in C. I don't think anyone deserves to be an E. A D, sorry. He's got, you know, he's got a good, like, normal main primary attacks where he can hit people. His bubble, where he can shield himself. He can fly up a bit, and then he can slowly fly down if you're holding the spacebar, the jump button. His ultimate is lackluster. I feel like I rarely see people get kills with using it. His little octopus that he throws down are quite good though, but I think he's just, I don't know, just an average character, nothing too special about him. So I think that's where he deserves to be in C. Jeff, I would also say for Jeff that he could be in B. Jeff's good. He is good because he's got a long range of like his, and his ultimate's good for like getting up, like sweeping up the opponents or teammates, but it can like damage the opponents, and yeah, you can fire people off the map, but people have kind of got used to that straight away. Like you're not tricking anyone right now. So it's pretty good. Got a good pair up with Luna though, where he can, like, you know, shoot people with the ice. But I think Jeff could be top of C, maybe low B as well. I mean, his left click primary is pretty good as well, which probably does bump him up a little bit. I'll leave Jeff in B for now, because he can get out with his movement. I just think there was like the initial, oh, he's so good, but straight away I feel like you do get some Jeffs in the game, but there's a lot less than you would think with the hype that was surrounding him at the beginning. And next off is Mantis, and I think Mantis probably deserves to be in B as well. I think she's a good character. I just don't think she's, you know, the best character. I feel like she's on that level of Adam Warlock where, you know, all the characters are useful, they do have good abilities, but they're not like C, they're not like bang average. Like she can be a really good character, but she's nothing special, I wouldn't say. I mean, that's up for opinion. I know a lot of people do use Mantis, but that's just personally how I feel about her. And she's got a decent ultimate as well. But yeah, guys, it's been a bit long video, but that is my like ultimate reason as to like why I chose these characters for this Marvel Rivals tier list. If you disagree with me, you can leave a comment down below in the comment section. If you agree with me, please, you know, make sure you hit the like button, click that subscribe button. Let me know what other videos you want to see on the channel. I am working on a big lore video that will hopefully be coming out soon. But yeah, let me know down below what other tier list videos you want to see and what other Marvel Rival videos you want to see on the channel. Please hit that comment section, leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in it. Peace.